Hey, good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 1424. Happy Saturday. Welcome to the weekend. It is a Chicago sports spectacular weekend. I'll be heading out a little bit later this morning. I will be set up, by the way, in Chicago tomorrow. I'll be set up today. I'll be going down a little bit later this morning. I'll be walking the show floor this afternoon. And tomorrow I will be set up. And for the first time, I'll have a showcase. And can you see there's some of the stuff? I've got some big stuff. Be taking some Cubs. I'll be taking the Mike Trout. So I've got an Ernie Banks. I've got Bill Nicholson, Ozzie Guillen, a little Chicago flavor there. David Ortiz, got a Ron Santo auto patch. Super Fractor, got Justin Steele, first Chrome auto. So all of this available. Dylan Cease, first Chrome auto. All of this will be available at the Peanut Tillman Gold Auto. Will be available tomorrow. 1 of 1 cut thig Billy Herman, Hall of Famer. Otto Graham. The Mike Trout first Chrome Blue Auto. And the Triple H debut ticket stub. David Ortiz. Did I show David Ortiz? So this stuff will be up for grabs tomorrow. I'll have a showcase. First time. So looking forward to bringing some of that stuff. High prices because I don't care. With the most part, the non-Cub stuff, I have a little more room. But the Cub stuff, I'm kind of firm on the Cub stuff. It's like, I don't care if I sell it or not, but it'll make good for good showcase stuff. So I'm actually picking up a showcase on the way, and this afternoon I will be for the Mike Trout. Actually, I've got one deal lined up for a couple Cubs pieces that have been sitting in basically my storage. Somebody reached out about them last week and said, "Hey, would you sell these?" And I'm like, I'll think about it. And I thought about it, and it's like, I'll part with a couple of what I have. And so they named the price. I'm like, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So so I've got a deal lined up for that, and I do have an interested buyer in the Mike Trout, so we're going to talk about that this afternoon. So I don't plan on doing any buying, but I'm certainly going to be looking. Now, does that mean I'm going to come home empty-handed? Absolutely not. I'll bring home something. My intent is not to buy this weekend, but I will certainly be digging through the bargain boxes. However, tomorrow with a showcase with the stuff that I'm bringing, I can't walk around. You know, like when I bring my quarter boxes, I can just, I don't care what I have and just walk all over the place. With what I'm bringing this time, I can't just leave my table and wander the show floor. I've got to, watch my stuff or have my buddy Justin. He's going to be unveiling what he's got going on. In fact, I haven't said anything about it because I kind of want to wait to see if he's posting anything. I do know he was walking around promoting what his venture is. Let's see if he's posted anything. No, I don't think he's posted. Not, at least not on Twitter. Maybe on Instagram. But I'll hold off. And I will share Monday. I'll share what he's got going on, which is exciting. And he'll be set up with me tomorrow. So our excuse me, I can't remember. Same Same location I was at in November, which I can't remember the table location. I can find it. It's basically straight back to the left, kind of back by actually it's right across from the concession stands. When you walk into the show floor at the Spectacular, go all the way to your left and all the way to the back. And that's where I'll be set up tomorrow. So looking forward to it. Went out for dinner last night. First time that my wife and I have went out with friends to dinner in a long time. So that was kind of nice. And it's almost like when it rains, it pours, you know, several months sitting in the basement, you know, doing the card shows every once in a while, not going out to dinner. And then all of a sudden I'm 8 days in Arizona, come back for a couple days, go out to dinner, leave for Chicago for a couple days. So when it rains, it pours. We went to in downtown Middleton because we don't venture too far away from home, like 4 minutes from our house. We went to a little place called Villa Dolce, and it's an Italian place. I've never been. It's actually right next door to the Village Green, which is the dive bar that I love, and the Dolce. And my wife's brought home, like, sometimes she'll have girls' night, and they'll go to Villa Dolce. She'll bring some leftovers. So I've had leftovers from Villa Dolce, but I've never been there and never had it fresh. So that's where we went last night, and it was awesome. We started out with burrata and prosciutto, and let's see, that was amazing. And then I had the wild mushroom ravioli, which was delish. And then I had dessert, and I'm not a dessert guy. When I go out to dinner, I do not eat dessert. Usually it's like if other people order dessert, I'll order another beer. And I saved room. And instead of ordering another beer, I ordered the cookie dough gelato. And it was good. It's better than Talenti. So Villa Dolce, downtown Middleton. It was definitely go back. I want to try their pizza next time. And I normally don't order pasta at restaurants either. So, although when you go to an Italian restaurant, it's kind of hard to avoid pasta unless you're getting pizza. So that was good. So I was able to get out of the house, getting out of the house again today, and heading down to the Chicago Sports Spectacular. Show notes, no Hobby Evolution tomorrow because I'll be away. I'll come back Monday morning and we'll review how things went in Chicago at the Spectacular. Next card show outside of tomorrow in Rosemont at the Spectacular. I won't be set up, but my next show will be the Madison Card Show, Saturday, March 29th, 140 dealer tables. Show hours 9 to 3, free admission. PSA will be set up at the next Madison Card Show on Saturday, March 29th. You can find them upstairs, the second floor Capitol Square Ballroom. You come up the steps, you walk into that kind of main entrance, and along the south wall, that's where you will find PSA. They'll be accepting submissions for grading and authenticating, and no on-site. And for pricing, just regular pricing that you would get online. So just go to psacard.com. There's also the events page where you can find details of their appearance. So PSA on-site, Saturday, March 29th, Madison Card Show. And next month, we unveil the 2-day show. Saturday, the regular Madison Card Show, April 26th. Regular show, 140 dealer tables, just like the Madison Card Shows of the past. Sports, Pokemon, TCG, everything. Sunday, April 27th, is just upstairs, 100 tables, mezzanine, and Capitol Square Ballroom, and that is strictly TCG. So Pokemon, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, all of that stuff. Pokemon and TCG only on Sunday, April 27th. No, that does not replace the regular Madison Card Show. It's Saturday, April 26th. So a 2-day weekend in April. And we'll see how it goes, and could potentially be a regular occurrence for the TCG show. eBay sales have been kind of slow, which, I knew it would be. I'm a little impatient. I expect to take that vacation notice off, and I just want my sales to go back to my average, which isn't the case. And it never has been the case. But you can tell just looking at the graphs, obviously it makes a difference with my eBay sales since I got back. And it's like nothing, a little bit, nothing. Oh, there's where I came home, and it's 2 times. Let's see, what was my average while I was gone? So the last couple days, I've done about twice as much in sales as I did during my trip. Although there was one day where I had a decent sales day on the road. Last Friday, March 7th, was a good sales day. And actually, no, that was a crappy day. But Thursday, my first full day back, definitely below where I need to be and want to be, but definitely on the right track since my return. Yesterday was a shitty sales day, even with auctions ending last night. But I do know a lot are waiting to pay for some upcoming auctions that are ending. So check it out, 99centcards.com. And what I've seen whenever I put vacation mode on, especially when I'm gone for an extended period of time, a week plus, it seems like it takes a week plus before I start getting back into that regular, what would be considered normal sales routine. So nothing to worry about, although, this week it's all been about getting caught up on shipping, getting prepared for this weekend in Chicago. So haven't had as much time to dedicate as what I would like, but we'll get back to it next week. And I expect similar slow numbers over the next couple days. And hopefully by the middle of next week, I'll start getting back to those numbers that I need to be at. But, I want to see 40% year over year growth. And I'm going to take a look at year to date. Man, it's been windy. And I think it's been windy all over the country. I know other areas are getting wind, but man, it's been windy. It was super warm though yesterday. It hit 80 degrees here in Madison, Wisconsin yesterday. It did not even hit 60 in Phoenix yesterday. All right. So year-to-date sales, I am 20% higher. So obviously I have a long way to go, and it's going to be difficult to grow 40% over what I did in fourth quarter of 2024. So I've got a lot of work cut out for me. So I need bigger sales, not necessarily more sales. So I'm looking to size up my sales, but I could also do volume sales as long as it's auctions. And, as long as I do like separate, okay, tonight's auctions are box 30 tab A, those auctions end and everything's in 30A. I don't have to go, okay, they bought 17 cards. Well, they're in 17 locations. They're all in one tab. So I've got 100 cards to look through to find that 17 card order. So it's much faster. So that is something here over the next couple of weeks I want to get built back up are the auctions, the 99-cent auctions, where the dollar amount may not be high, but the volume and the time, it's worth it based on the quickness of pulling, but also move some higher end stuff, move some lots. I've got a lot of player lots ready to list. I did pretty well on stuff that I bought at the card shops that I went to in Phoenix. I sold a couple lots. I was pulling out of nickel boxes, and I sold, I think, 1 or 2 Cal Ripken Jr. lots pretty quickly too, which I was surprised by. What else did the refractor lot? Those were all cards that I pulled out of the nickel boxes. And I think the bidding is up to like $6 on that 50 card refractor lot. So, and I've got a ton of refractors that I've got some listed in my store as a buy it now. I may just for shits and giggles throw one at auction. There may be some other stuff that is thrown up at auction. So make sure to follow the eBay store over at 99centcards.com. And the link is in the description because you won't want to miss out. There's probably going to be some steals and deals coming your way. So check it out, 99centcards.com. What else is going on? That's about it. So I'm looking forward to getting back on the road today. Chicago Sports Spectacular. Red Light 34 is in the house. Good morning. SoCal guy is here. Good morning. Dave, what's happening? Dave went to the Chicago Sports Spectacular yesterday, leaving this afternoon. So as you're leaving, I'll probably be arriving. So we actually got it worked out. My wife had a couple cancellations on showings today. So we're going to take Ernie to daycare. And then my wife will, I'll take him this morning. My wife will pick him up after her showing this afternoon. So it actually worked out great. I was kind of worried yesterday. It's like, well, how, leave Ernie at home, but then he's going to have to be in his crate in the afternoon. So I can actually leave a little bit earlier than what, I thought it was going to be like maybe 12 noon to 1 before I left. And then I've got to pick up a showcase on the way down. So I was thinking, man, I probably won't get to the show until 3:30. But now I think I can leave by 11:30. And so that'll get me, to the show probably 1:30. Because it might, 20 minutes, 30 minutes out of the way to pick up my showcase. So as Dave's headed out, I'll probably be headed in. Kyle, good morning. Hope you have a spectacular card show weekend. I do too. And, I don't have any sales goals for this weekend. I've got one deal in the books and that'll make it worth it. That's going to make my trip worth it. If the trout sells at the price I want for it, we're right now just in general talks. I received a solid offer. It's not an offer that I'll take, but it is solid. And we're pretty close. So I think a deal can get done this weekend. That would be great. And then the stuff that I'm bringing in the showcase, like if I sell a couple cards, that would be great. I don't expect to sell a single card out of my showcase. So if I do, that's great. Last show that I set up in my buddy Wally's spot, I went in with higher expectations and fell real flat. But I think a lot of the reason was I took bargain boxes that were generally stale. They'd been picked through. Didn't have very much. I just had one table and split it with my buddy. And so there just wasn't much space. So, there's a lot going against me in that regard. So looking forward to seeing what I can get accomplished on the sales side with what I bring. And again, I'm going in with if I sell a couple cards, that's awesome because I have zero expectations of selling anything. And that's a really good I need to keep that mindset even when I take bargain boxes. It's like, I don't care if I sell anything today. Because then when you do make sales, like, hey, I did X amount in sales. But that's when I take bargain boxes, I expect to move. And I always want to move more than what I actually do. But you also don't want to give cards away at the same time. Mr. Archer, good morning. Todd is here. Good morning. Good luck at the show. Thank you, sir. James, what's up? The show was great yesterday. Lots of goodbyes. Not as busy as I would have thought. Interesting. That is interesting. Normally I would say, well, it was nice weather, but you can't really, a show like the Chicago Sports Spectacular isn't weather dependent unless there's like tornadoes, which there might have have been in the area. Well, that was last night, but I know downstate got hit with some severe weather. But I'm surprised that now November was insane. At least Saturday was insanely packed in Chicago. Low Roller says, are you taking your Triple H ticket in your showcase? I am. Are you going to take off your Trout rookie and Triple H ticket in your eBay store? If they sell, yes, I will. At this point, they have not sold. So no, I am not taking them off my eBay store. When they sell, I will absolutely take them out of my eBay store. But until then, they are still listed. Also, the Trout is also on Collects, the Collects platform. Orlando, what's going on? Good morning. Where's your March Madness bracket contest? There's no bracket yet. Bracket won't be released until like 6 o'clock tomorrow. So there is no bracket. Jody, good morning. Merle, good morning. Happy weekend. Gem City Card Show's in the house. Good morning. Everyone survived the storms. Okay. Boy, it was like freaking, I saw like there was tornadoes in Arkansas and we got severe weather in Wisconsin. And I know Illinois was getting hit with storms. It was just all over the country, it seems, or at least here in the Midwest and South. The Mid-South, actually, that's what they call the Mid-South. And it looks ugly right now. It's got that like almost greenish tint, which is not good when the sky has a greenish tint. Got kind of like it's a weird tint. It's not green. It's certainly not blue. It's like a bright gray, if that makes any sense. It's like a really bright gray. I don't know how to explain it. It looks ugly is what it does. But I think we got a severe thunderstorm roll through around midnight last night. Nothing crazy. My trellis blew over during the day. Of course, I said that like last summer. I'm like, nothing crazy. And then after I wrap up the show, I look out the window and there's a trampoline in my neighbor's yard. I'm like, oh shit, I guess it was. Donald's here. Good morning. Philly Joe's in the house. What's happening? Dan is here. What's up? James says, windy as F. Power has been out for 10 hours. Yikes. No power outages here. That's good. Gem City Card Show says, start ripping ships. Kind of a break, but not the same. Mark, what's going on? Good morning. It has been a while. Welcome back. You're doing a Pokemon show only. Sports people will find a loophole to put some Pokemon cards, to get into your Pokemon card show only. You know, and it's Pokemon only, or it's TCG only. And that's what it's being promoted as. So if somebody wants to slip some sports cards in their showcase, I'm not going to kick them out. But it's only taking up space in their showcase for TCG. There may be some crossover, like, oh, hey, I also collect sports, but it's being marketed as a TCG only show. So it's a disservice to themselves to put sports cards in the showcase. I mean, even at a multi-product show like the regular Madison Card Show, I have kind of a designated, it's become a designated like TCG area. The mezzanine, the hallway now, are there sports cards up there? Yes. And some do both. They do Pokemon and sports. And I had a sports dealer say, hey, can I be in the hallway upstairs? I really liked that spot, several months ago. And I'm like, well, here's the thing. It's mostly Pokemon and other TCG. So sports only people typically don't walk that way. So it would be a disservice for you to set up there. You're not going to get the traffic that you would in the ballrooms. So it's TCG only, but if somebody tries to slip some sports cards in, it's only a disservice. It's taking up space. Could they sell a sports card? Sure, but that's not what it's about. Christian, good morning. James says, why don't you expect to sell a card out of the showcase? Well, because here's the thing. I'm taking maybe 20 cards. So what are the odds and I'm not, it's not like I'm taking Patrick Mahomes kabooms. So I'm taking Bill Nicholson 1948. I'm taking a couple tobacco cards. The Ron Santo auto, David Ortiz auto. Not exactly super liquid stuff that I'm taking. So it's not super liquid. The Cubs stuff I have priced higher than what the market probably dictates, but I'm not going to sell it at market price because I would buy it at market price. It's kind of just like, here's some stuff I have. It's kind of it's a museum for the most part. So in reality, stuff that I'm willing to move is maybe 5 cards. And when they're not super liquid cards, I don't expect to sell them. It's just a numbers game. You know, if I brought 3 showcases and 200 cards, yeah, I'd expect to sell a couple cards. But when I'm bringing 5 cards that I'm like, I would push to sell, you know, what are the odds? So on, you know, if the 5 were Patrick Mahomes kabooms and downtowns, sure, I'd expect to sell them, but not a 2000 Fleer autograph David Ortiz. Bargain Boxer says pickups. Who knows? Maybe I will. Maybe I'll pick some stuff up this weekend. We'll see. James says, don't overprice it. Shit will sell. I don't want to sell it at market. The Cubs stuff, I don't want to sell at market price because I'd buy it back at market price. Although I think some of the stuff, some of it's hard to have a market. So we'll see. Basically, I'm not motivated to sell. That's when it comes down to it. Boils down to, I'm not motivated to sell most of what I'm bringing. Gem City Card Show says, I'm not sure that's a loophole. I think that's just selling Pokemon. Bargain Boxer says, I heard you say bargain box. My ears were burning. 137 days until the National. I was not there yesterday. The economy is choking me out. Boy, the economy is kind of in the shitter right now, isn't it? I was told gas and eggs were coming down, and I expected the stock market not to crash, but here we are. Dan says, for a man who doesn't change his own oil, your man card must be in the showcase too. It might. I must have left that in my desk. A lot of Pokemon at the show. Mark adds to somebody who, James said it was slow too. Mark says Chicago was slow yesterday. So there you go. Slow, and I'm overpriced. So I'm not going to sell anything. Kyle says, I was just looking at the weird post-storm sky. When you said it looked that way there too. Yeah, it's windy. It's still windy as shit. It's just a weird, ominous. It's very ominous looking. I don't know. Do we have more storms, or is this the post-storm sky? Or are there more storms on the way? I hope not. Bargain Boxer says, I should have gone to the show yesterday since it was slow. I want to be the only person at a show. There you go. That's when you get steals and deals. Jody says, heading to a new show in a mall in Lakeland, Florida. Hopefully it will be all Pokemon. Cooter's in the house. Good morning from the gates of hell. At least the sky is semi-blue this morning. Mark says you will sell out of the case. We'll see. We'll see. Low Roller says, did your sports card show? Do you see any Funko Pop dealers since you are sports card promoters? Well, I'm not a sports card promoter. I'm a trading card promoter. Actually, I'm a show promoter, not because we do supplies and memorabilia and other stuff. So are there Funko Pop dealers? No. Are there dealers that have Funko Pops? Probably. Do they sell? Probably not. I think Funko Pops is like this generation's Beanie Babies. Bargain Boxer says, price cards right and they will sell. Price cards as museum cards and you'll take them home. And I kind of hope I do take them home. The Cubs at least. But if they sell at museum prices, I'm really happy with that. Low Roller says you can also promote your eBay store with your showcase at card shows. I certainly do that. Cryptocurrency is crashing due to the Trump tariffs too. I would sell every card I own at market price if I could find a Huckleberry. Wouldn't it be awesome if we could sell every single card we own at market price? But what is market price? Like this Matt Shaw Bowman paper, you could probably buy it on Sport Lots for 20 cents. You could sell it on eBay for $1.75. I wish I could sell every card I own for $1.75 free shipping on eBay. Actually, not every single card, but all the commons. But I'd even throw in some refractors and good stuff if I could move 1991 Fleer at $1.75 free shipping. And sometimes I do sell a 91 Fleer for $1.75 shipped. Dan says, sorry, joined late. Are you having a TPG only section? TCG. Are you having a TCG only section at your own show, or it's a different show? It's a completely different show. So the Madison Pokemon show is completely separate. It's on Sunday, April 27th. It is TCG only, 100 tables. The Madison card show is Saturday, April 26th. It is sports and Pokemon and other TCG. There's kind of a TCG section at my show, the hallway. But some of the dealers have sports cards. I think there's one dealer who likes the spot, and he's mainly a sports and mainly buys, but he likes the spot, so he's still there. I think there's maybe one other dealer that does sports cards, but otherwise there's 20 tables. I'm trying to think. 16, 17, 18, 21 tables, I think, out in the hallway, maybe 22. And a few of the tables have sports, but it's generally kind of become a TCG only area. And guess what is super cramped with people? The TCG area. Let's see. Low Roller says, are you setting up your Pokemon card show since it is your show? No, I'm not. I don't even set up at the sports card show. I don't really have any Pokemon cards. So I'm not set. I don't even set up at my sports card show. Why would I set up at the Pokemon show when I don't even have Pokemon cards to sell? Zach says, it's been a while since Mike Smith has been in the chat. I hope he is okay. I heard the skill game crowd has been impacted heavily by the tariffs. Dan says, are you going to the show or know who runs it? The Madison Pokemon show? I know who runs it. I run it. The Madison Pokemon show is my show. Mark says, I might buy something just to say you sold something. Hey, that would be great. You know where I'm at. You know where I'll be. So I'll be at the Spectacular, walking the floor this afternoon, set up tomorrow. My buddy Justin will be splitting a table again like we did last year. So should have some fun. Where are we at? Low Roller says, Mike Smith takes a break, skill games until April. Dan says, wait, when did this happen? Is this your first Pokemon show? It is. You must not have been watching the show. Yeah. Madison Pokemon show. I started, when did I opened it up on last Wednesday, so 10, 11 days ago. Madison Pokemon show, and we're almost sold out. I think I've sold 95 of the 100 tables. It's Sunday, April 27th. Madison Pokemon show, Sheraton Hotel, John Nolan Drive. It is not the same as the Madison Card Show. The regular Madison Card Show will continue with sports and Pokemon, and that show will be the day before the Pokemon show. Thank you. I appreciate that. Andy says, good morning. My son and I are getting ready for the Spectacular today. I'll see Andy Mack. And I've got to get some goodies prepared for you. So that's about all I had for today. 99centcards.com. Do I have any auctions ending today? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think I have auctions ending tomorrow night. I do. So I have some auctions ending Sunday night. Sunday night auctions. I think I'm down to like 50 or 100 auctions More color on auctions, blue foils, atomic refractors, magenta speckle refractors, green foils, fuchsia pink shimmer, all the colors of the rainbow and beyond. The refractor lot is up for bid. We got some first pitch cards, George Bush and Daddy Yankee. Where's the refractor lot? I've got a couple Julio Rodriguez rookie cards. Let's just share the screen. So these auctions end Sunday night. Share screen. There you go. So here is Sunday night auctions. Carlos Beltran, first Bowman card from 1997. A couple Cody Bellinger rookie cards, now with the Yankees. Shohei Ohtani insert. Silver ice foil of Julio Rodriguez. Bobby Witt Jr. rookie insert. Trout Mojo refractor. Julio Rodriguez Mojo. Ichiro X-fractor. Juan Soto refractor. We got refractors. We got sapphires. There's the baseball refractor lot. Let's share this tab. So let's get the pictures. So we got Gary Sanchez, Gold Cup. There's Giancarlo Stanton, Max Scherzer, Michael Chavis, Colin Moran. There's a couple serial numbers, a couple greens down here. Rusney Castillo and Kyle Crick. Those are green to 99. Another Scherzer, Chris Sale, a couple Sterling Martes. Trent Clark, Noah Syndergaard. So there you go. So refractor lot ends tomorrow night. Current bid $6. Why did that's why. StreamYard kind of switched things up. Where we at? Andy Mack says he's got some nice trades. Mahomes rated rookie PSA 8 and a Daniel Silver optic preview. Very nice. Recap Thursday auction a few days ago. Is there free parking at the Pokemon show? Of course. Free parking every Madison card show while supply lasts. Dan says, did you purchase that hat at spring training? No, I don't. I honestly don't know where I got this hat. I did not get this hat at spring training. I've had this hat for a while, but I don't know where it came from. I saw it was in my hat box and I took it to spring training. I think I wore it once out at spring training. And I'm like, I'm just going to throw this hat on today. Mark says you should sell the Beltran. He's a Hall of Famer next year. Yeah, it'll sell. I mean, 99-cent auction, it'll sell. Dan says our softball league draft was today. I'm on the Jaeger Bombers. Love it. Your expensive sports cards in your eBay store. Are you bringing it to your showcase? Yes. Talked about that earlier. So that's what I had for today. Hit up my eBay store, 99centcards.com. Buy 7 or more items at regular price. Save 25% off at checkout. Also, make sure to get your bids in on the auctions at 99centcards.com. Dan says, did you get some balls signed at spring training? Can you go over them next time? I cannot go over them next time because I got 0 baseballs signed. 0 baseballs signed. 315 cards signed, 0 baseballs. I didn't even take any with me. I've got I actually have some signed baseballs in my eBay store because they're just sitting in storage tubs. So I do have some baseballs that I need to get in my storage or in my showcase as my ball wall, just to flip some out because some are minor leaguers that never top prospects that didn't pan out. And so we'll get, I got to get my Sammy Sosa ball, my Matt Shaw ball, Jordan Wicks ball that I got signed on my first pitch day. So I've got some balls that I need to get on the wall. Card Collector says, I took a future on the Cubs. The Brewers look weak this season. I like it. Go Cubs. All right. So that's what I had. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, visit my eBay store, 99centcards.com. Dan says, are the Cubs and Dodgers playing in Japan? Or are they only playing Japanese teams? They are playing in Japan next week, I think Tuesday. The Cubs played for us in America would have been last night. They played the Hanshin Tigers and lost, which is okay. It's spring training. I'm still getting acclimated from the 2-hour time change, so I'll let it slide if they're a little off after a couple days later from traveling over to Japan. So they play. I think they play the Cubs and Dodgers each play 2 exhibition games against Japanese teams, and then the Cubs and Dodgers play 2 regular season games, 2 regular MLB games next week. I think Tuesday is when they play. Card Collector says, I'm taking the Cubs to win with Imanaga on the mound. Dodgers win with Roki. Yes. So there you go. I think it's Tuesday. That's the first game. All right. That's what I had for today. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, 99centcards.com. Get your bids in on the auctions. Buy 7 or more items at regular price. Save 25% off it. Check out 99centcards.com. No Hobby Evolution. Tomorrow I'll be in Chicago with the Spectacular. Back on Monday morning to review what happened. Did I sell the trout this weekend? Did I sell anything this weekend? I'll let you know on Monday morning. See you then.